And so welcome to the last week of the cycle of strength. So tonight's journey will be with air, the cycle of air with strength. And let's just have a look at some of the maps to remind ourselves of the powers and the correspondences of air. So air is there with your mental energy system. So all that is thought. And when you actually come down to break it down, pretty much everything is in the mind. Our perceptions of our stimulus that we receive through all of our senses is interpreted by the mind. And the mind is built and made from the neural pathways and connections which establish themselves from the moment we are conceived. As soon as the brain appears, when you're in utero, the mind starts to make its connections. Mental. Also, the thought fields between you and something else. I always find this really fascinating to consider, that between me and the camera there on top of the screen, there is a thought arena in which thoughts are playing out and transferring backwards and forwards. Between you and a person, there are thoughts playing together. There is an arena of mental activity going on constantly. We can quieten that down by closing our eyes and going within into a meditation. But even then, the mind is still working. What generally tends to happen when our eyes and ears are open to external stimulus, our conscious mind is in activity, is engaged, making sense of what we're receiving. But when we close our eyes and we go within into non-ordinary reality, our subconscious mind is allowing us to process and play. That also gives the conscious mind some respite, some time to build its muscles and regenerate, because the conscious mind has all of this amazing activity going on. It's the runner and it gets tired. When you go within and you work with non-ordinary reality and you have a shamanic journey or a meditation, or you lie down just to receive something abstract, the conscious mind begins to rest and rebuild itself. And that's where I feel the strength of air for me in my journey with air and strength comes in, because in that time where the conscious mind is having a break, it rebuilds and replenishes its strength so that it's able to manage and have a good filtration system for us. See, the conscious mind filters everything that the subconscious mind picks up. Subconscious picks up everything, always, everywhere, all at once. The conscious mind looks for the bits that have meaning, that are going to be useful for the moment that we're in. And if you give the conscious mind a bit of a break, if you've got a lot going on, if you've got, as I know many of you have, you've got families, you've got pets, you've got loads of commitments, you've got children. When all of that's going on, a lot of things are going on for the conscious mind to deal with. It can get a bit tired. Now, when that's been going on for a long period of time, you get like a kind of long-term tiredness for the conscious mind, and it needs a big rest. When the conscious mind has a big rest, it rebuilds a lot of security systems. So where you may sometimes get taken over with a kind of compulsive thought, if you've had that time to build up the strength within your mind and your air element, that compulsive thought can be dealt with and managed. It's like sometimes it's like leading a monkey around, the monkey mind, or I would actually liken it to working with Maya, with the dog, with my dog. She wants to see everything everywhere all at once. And if I'm pulling her lead and I let her run me around, then I'm absolutely exhausted and I'll just lie down on the floor and that's it, she's gone. But if I've had a rest from that and I've built up some strength and stamina and some resilience to that constant moving around, then I'm going to be able to manage her more and manage her better. And also, I'm going to give myself that time to rebuild and to just allow the restoration to happen. So the air is also interestingly corresponded to the animal kingdom. If you look at that, and I've said that, animal kingdom is that very instinctive response to whatever's happening around you at the time. So, for example, the survival instinct is very much links us all the way through to through our brains, through the limbic system of survival. That's the animal instinct of air. Where's the strength in that? Well, when you do get a big response for survival, an animal instinct for survival, your strength takes over through your entire body and it kicks in, doesn't it? I mean, I can see Kate, you're nodding. You know that when, like, I know if the dog runs off, I've immediately from somewhere got this incredible strength and agility to be able to run as fast as I can to grab hold of her. And it's the same when, for example, you sense danger approaching very closely. That response builds up and it's a strength. It's like this superhuman strength can come out, And then in terms of the journey of the child, the air element is the everyday adult. So I would also put in that the air is the spiritual seeker. The air element is seeking answers for the wounded child, looking for the reasons why the wounds hurt, the unfairness or the misunderstanding of the world is such a wound. And the everyday adult looks for the reasons to give to their inner child, the reasons why, or higher perceptions and higher viewpoints to say to them, there is a bigger picture. Can you understand this? And to make those wounds seem less hurtful. So our everyday adult self as well searches for answers for our wounded child, which is opposite. That was a lot of information, so I'll stop the share on that one and let anybody reflect if they want to on what air and strength might be bringing up for them right now. Let me open up another map with that. Are you looking to share something, Kate?
Yeah. Sort of what see how crazy I was, not crazy, how lost I was on the course on the weekend.
Oh, right. I know what you're saying, yeah.
Cognitively, yeah, with that tiredness, I needed to gather my strength when we finished the course, the strength of my mind, because it really was a cognitive drain on someone with a head injury. And I didn't get that. I didn't get that in the evening for whatever, because I didn't go home, how gentle home. I don't know, home you can kind of like shut off completely.
So activities like sound healing and receiving a sound bath are perfect just to allow the subconscious to move in and the conscious brain can just go, oh, I'm just going to have a bit of a rest and and process what I need to process. We have it every night, day and night comes out. It's like the sun and the moon being the subconscious and the sun being the conscious doing mind and the moon being the being mind at the back there. And so this is really relevant to air as an aspect. And some of the other qualities of air, the enemies and the allies of air, are quite pertinent as well, because we've got wisdom and knowledge with our mind. Mind has the capacity to express wisdom and knowledge, but it also has the capacity to express rigidity, stupidity, and ego. If if the air holds on to a concept, then you can run the risk of being stuck with that concept and unchangeable with it. Wind gives change. There are the four winds give you the winds of change, and air comes in to remind you that there is a change with the wind that can come. So those mental constructs that come in can be changed. They are not permanent. They are so changeable. All of it is changeable, and that's something that air gives us as an aspect. And if you've journeyed with air, you'll notice there are air dragons in a lot of some Druidic literature, and a lot of Chinese literature will show you air dragons as flashes of inspiration, giving you these huge powers of inspiration. Let me just read out from the deck what the air dragon is, if it's going to get, if I'm going to have it right at my fingertips, which I hope I do. Yes, I've got it. Here it is. So the air dragon, this is from, oh, and air dragon is right at the top of my deck. Oh. And also we're in the year of the dragon. So mythologically, the air and obviously dragons, but there are all elements of dragons. And I love the reading of the air dragon from here because it just says so much. So coming into contact with the Dragathair can be as a bolt of lightning to the psyche and intellect, and such must be treated with care and considerable respect, sometimes manifesting as sudden flashes of illumination. The air dragon brings insight and clarity to your thought and imagination. As conveyor of numinous power, the air dragon can be seen as a symbol of visitation, for he is a messenger of the sky god. Inspiration, insight, and vitality. So certainly inspiration is a part of air as well. Strength in inspiration, the strength of those thoughts, when those thoughts really of inspiration penetrate to the front of your mind, that air is right there with the inspiring thoughts. They can be strong and lead you hugely, but also so too can other thoughts perhaps that have been locked away in the subconscious, maybe thoughts that are remaining from the wounded child at the bottom. Sometimes if they rise up to the front of the mind, then they can take over as well. So there are all kinds of places where these thoughts can come from. Thoughts that come from fire, when sometimes you're taken over by frustration and perhaps anger. Sometimes when you're taken over with love and passion, there's a rage, the courage, core rage, the rage of the heart comes through, and it can go straight into the mind, and like you're on a one track mind there with it. So the mind is like the driver of this great big vessel, and to be in control of the winds and the air is an amazing thing to gather strength over. So the first question is about connecting with air and feeling its strength. Invite the strength of air to come and be with you, and a reflection, a meditation on that aspect. So if we're ready, we'll have a journey with that. And I guess to paint a picture, if there is a picture, or if there's any kind of art or inspiration that you have of air. I mean, I'm seeing like, do you know that the picture on the front of the book for the Little Prince? He's standing on the edge of a cliff and then the wind's just blowing, ruffling through his hair. Or there are so many moments where you will see standing against the wind just blowing through against the face, or maybe it's being drifted away like a kite. Whatever image of air that you have, just for this meditation, actively go into that picture of air and journey into it as if you are in it, and experience the strength of air. I circle around the boundaries of the earth. I circle around the boundaries of the earth, wearing my long wing feathers as I fly, wearing my long wing feathers as I fly. I circle around the boundaries of the earth. The wolf chant. The wolf is a great ally of the air. The wolf chant at the end. So take some time to reflect and make a journal of your strength with air. And this will give you the full medicine shield of strength. And upon this medicine shield of strength, we shall go on to our final journey. Love. Animal spirits, come to me now. Animal spirits, come live in me. I need your help to fight a common enemy. Animal spirit, come to me now. Animal spirits, come to me now. Vanishing spirit, come live in me. We need your help to fight a common enemy. Animal spirits, come to me now. And I'm reading these out of Leo's medicine song. Well, singing them from Leo's medicine song book. It's got chocolate, hot chocolate all over the front. Well, it's probably cacao from the cacao ceremony all over the front of the book. But he's got the chants to all of the directions, and their chants to American medicine songs. 44 altogether. Really lush chants. Does anybody want to share anything from that journey? Going on to our final journey. So what we've got now from our 3 elements is essentially a medicine wheel, and we've just added air, so we've completed the medicine shield. So if you were ever to do a workshop with the elements and you would create a medicine shield. And having gone through 4 elements with one theme, we've created our medicine shield for strength. So if you look through your notes and review your notes, what you've actually created for yourself is this shield, this landscape of strength. And what we'll do on the final journey is we'll put the landscape of strength on a flat, and we'll add the tree of life in the center of it. So we're going to journey with the tree through to, perhaps you're going to go through to the roots, to the ancestry of all this strength. Meanwhile, dancing around all 4 corners. And what you're doing is you're bringing it all together, bringing it all to a close. Look, I'm like wafting over a cauldron there. You're bringing this whole medicine shield of strength to an integration point. So we're integrating and assimilating our medicine shield of strength into ourselves. And as we go on this journey, we're reflecting on what we've picked up as the expressions or the setbacks of the strength in the different elements, and also the blessings, burdens, and what we've released for strength during this 4-part journey. So just take a few minutes to flick back through to remind yourself of those key words that you had through each of the journeys, and maybe get a new piece of paper and create a shield, however you want that shield to look. It could be a wheel, a circle, or any kind of shield. The shield which we spiral into the center. One of the medicine songs is spiraling into the center of our shield, spiraling into the center of our shield. I am the weaver, I am the woven one, I am the dreamer, I am the dreamed, I am the weaver, I am the woven one, I am the dreamer, I am the dreamed. And it's spiraling into the center of this medicine wheel, which will bring us into that 5th part, which is ourselves. standing in the center as the tree, being a channel for the higher realms, the present here and now realms, and everything that's passed before us. It's quite a journey to take, and to be the actual tree of life in the center of this whole shield of the elements surrounding strength, commanders of strength, distributors and receivers and transmitters of strength through all of those elements. I have loads of fun with it. If ever I need to get moving in a journey, I will dance around my medicine wheel. Have fun. This is really like the final number. Dance around with it and bring back with you anything that shows up, any guides that appear, anything that you're given on the way around there, and anything you notice. It's almost as if you are now a traveller around this full medicine wheel which you've explored, so you can dance around and move into any area of the wheel of strength, in any realm of strength as well. So the higher realm, the middle realm, and the lower realm, and around all four corners from what you've actually picked up for your own medicine wheel. It's time to dance on your medicine wheel. Everybody ready? Does anybody want a few more minutes to look at their notes?
I don't think I'm going to be able to. I don't think I'm going to be able to do, like, to look through my notes. It would probably take us like 20 minutes to figure that out.
Go on to each page and just pick out one word only. Only one word, even if it's like the first word that jumps out at you, the first adjective.
Hold on then. So we've got air, we've got water. Which side's earth again?
So we went fire, earth.
All right, yeah.
Water, air. Just pick one word out of each of them.
All right, give us a minute then.
Okay. The first word of power that you see sort of jumping out the page. You see, your subconscious will know everything that's linked to that one word. Your conscious mind thinks it's got to read the whole thing again, but actually you just need to lift up one seed from each of the elements, and your subconscious will grow it for you when you're in the journey. There is a woman weaves the night sky. See how she spins, see her fingers fly. She weaves within us, beginning to end. Our grandmother, sister and friend. She is the needle, we are the thread. She is the weaver, we are the web. She changes everything she touches, and everything she touches changes. She changes everything she touches, and everything she touches changes. We'll do lots of singing of these medicine songs in April, and really actual dancing around our medicine wheels. Okay, I'm going to start with the journey. Here we go. So imagining your tree ahead of you, walking towards that tree and ready to dance, dancing with your medicine wheel of strength. Spiraling into the center of our shield. Spiraling into the center of our shield. I am the weaver, I am the woven one, I am the dreamer, I am the dreamed, I am the weaver, I am the woven one, I am the dreamer, I am the dreamed. Spiraling into the center, spiraling into the center. back from your shield and making a few notes to express that journey for you. Your shield of strength. I would even say that after this session you go and create something as a shield of strength. You can do it with, you can get a tapestry hoop and use threads or material to cover the tapestry hoop with, and you can embroider your shield of strength, or you can actually create it from sticks. You can make a square out of sticks and you can stick things on it that represent your shield of strength. You could write a poem with just a few words from your journey of strength, a medicine song even about strength. Express your shield of strength in many ways.